idle's fine. Don't you? Nothing wrong with this at all. I'm just gonna try to drive away without chirping the tires now. Well, we made it. This is Mr. Bradshaw's camera, so we're gonna see if it, I hope I'm using it right. We're gonna see if it does a better job of recording than the Franken camera here. So yeah, that's the high idle on the brown turd, as you were. But if you step on the brake pedal and hold it, you can hear it hissing like air brakes. So I think we found the vacuum leak. Also, you have to do that within the first like 10 seconds or so. Otherwise, it doesn't hiss anymore. But what is this camera telling me? It's got a red flashing thing on it. I think it might be telling me it's about out of memory. I didn't format the memory card I put in. Anyways, again, check out Elderly Iron. Jeff Bradshaw's he's Chevrolet Jesus, really. And what that man has forgotten about the 350, you will never need to know. We're here today. It's supposed to get warm, although tomorrow's supposed to be warmer. I'm tempted to go down and start cutting. I've got a belt. Put that rock saw back together. You definitely are flashing at me. I'm going to go put that rock saw back together, and at least we'll get it ready. Tomorrow is supposed to be in the 40s, which is a hell of a temperature for Montana on the 1st of February. Because I've been here when it's been minus 30 right now. So, but if it's going to hit the 40s, why we're gonna cut rock and break it, because that is the worst job ever, and I might as well save that for myself. But today probably. I mean, I might get it set up, but more than likely I'll just spend the day putting in insulation and then putting in some of that wind blocking, that heat rising blocking inside the walls. So that's what we're off to do. Beautiful morning out here at the River House.
There you go. All it takes is one pull of the ripper to know way better.
Yeah, that's a huge difference. That's a huge difference. Dang, to be honest, it's warm enough. I should just set out and go cut rock. Ugh. Not a fan. Do the thing you want to do least first every day, right? Means I lit the fire for nothing. Let me think on this and see if who I call Tomorrow Ken convinces Today Ken that he should do something other than. You guys want to be on camera? Danny and Shay came out. We have got all of the upper end walls done, and at least part of it plasticked up there. This whole one is done. That one is done up to this point where we've got wires. Electrical inspection is going to have to see them their wires, so I can't cover them. And this whole upper wall is done. In addition, I got all of those drop ceiling boards in. So I guess that means that tomorrow, Ken, one, he usually does. However, tomorrow Ken is planning on going out and cutting rock. And Shay was out cutting wood, sawing up trees and stuff. Yeah.
I hope you use the firewood because I put a lot of freaking work in all that.
Yeah, we always do. Oh, it's still light outside, but I'm calling it quits because the graduate class for my student teacher, there's things never change about your school, right? Being an alumni, they couldn't get anything to work. They couldn't find any of the classes, and then I got a message today. It says, "Oh, it's working now." Anyways, first thing's due on Sunday, so I got to go in tonight and do my first assignment. Woo! You'd think with as much graduate credit as I've taken over the years, I'd have a master's, but I don't. I am a master, however, at going home. We're back again. The weather was supposed to be a little warmer than this. It was freezing rain at the house. Usually it's warmer still out here. Not so much today. But we're cutting. I got the saw fixed. It's supposed to hit the low 40s. So we are cutting. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So I just gotta load up some stuff from here. We'll go down there. Okay, if the entire top of the wellhead is frozen, we're obviously not cutting. But other than that, we're cutting. Yeah, find me. I think it's found me. There it's found me. So just gave the fixed rock saw a bit of a test. Works another treat. It feels like it's got a lot more power. It doesn't bog down nearly as much, and it cuts faster. Now there's a few things going on. Well, first, it's spinning faster. It's spinning faster because A, the belt I put on is new. It's wider, sitting higher in the pulleys, and B, fingers. It doesn't have missing chunks out of it, so it's a lot smoother. For instance, she'll winds down a long time, and then those bearings I provide probably less rolling resistance. So I doubt that had a whole lot to do with it. Definitely cuts smoother. Definitely cuts faster. So that's a nice development. I'm going to switch back over to the Franken camera here for a bit because for whatever reason I can't seem to find the time lapse on this one. I'm sure it's got it. I just need to get back to work. So I guess we'll get a side-by-side comparison of the two. Although there's more people that like these than like the camera I'm using. So I'm gonna cut up here. We're gonna make that corner, and then we're gonna go over the hump. If I get this down one more step, I think I'm probably fine there. Obviously that's gotta be 2 or 3, and that's like 50.
Well, there's the result of, what time is it? You get just random looks at the sky there. No idea what time it is. 12 o'clock. So that's about, 3 hours of work. 3.5 hours of work. I've got it all scored all the way up at the corner and then up and over the top. Now comes the fun part. I gotta get the backhoe started, get it up here in place, and break it. Ooh, I guess I need to drag power cords down. There's a couple of things that need to be done. Saw continues to work great, but I got the hose near the exhaust and melted some pinholes, so it'll get shorter again, but not so bad. Apparently we are still below freezing, at least the rocks are. This is a wee bit sketch, but down in there I got lots of footing. So the idea will be to break it all up, get it into the backhoe, get it out of here, and start over again. Oh man. It's fine though. It's fine. How are we doing with the blade? No real wear on the blade. We're still good to go. Peanut butter and honey. Daniel Eves honey out of Great Falls. If you have an option, get some. Well, I started with the jackhammer. And the way, my understanding is how they work, is you've got essentially a small air piston that goes up and down, softening the blow there. Anyways, mine has started to blow bubbles out of the bottom, so I'm hoping I can just tighten it up. And it's clearly not hitting as hard. Having some problems. We had this before, and I put oil in it, and it came back. But I know she's probably never designed for this kind of heavy grunt work. So, anyways, gonna eat the rest of my sandwich and see if I can fix it. All right, this is where we sit. Look, a little gap tooth. This is what we got though. Down there is certainly deep enough, especially when you consider it'll be buried with soil. It gets shallower and shallower and shallower. For every inch of foam, it's equivalent to an inch of dirt. Whoa! So if I get it 2 feet down and 2 inches of foam over the top, we should be fine. Part of the problem is though, that foam, which is sort of acting as a tarp to catch the heat rising from the earth, it's got to be nice and wide. It's a little narrow in here, but it doesn't matter because that is way, way too shallow, because this is approaching ground level, or my preferred ground level. I think that boat sailed though. I think there's going to be a mound right here. Nonetheless, the deeper I go, the smaller my mound. It's warm right now, although definitely the sun is fading. It's getting late in the day. This takes so long. But I believe I'm down to more or less just this through here. So I'm going to gas up the saw again. Of course, it had to be some of the hardest of the rock. Makes sense. You can actually literally see where this was exposed to the water. Alright, that river at one point came through here, or Glacier Lake Missoula did. This is the rock that wouldn't scour out. It's already proved itself once, but we can get it. We can get it. I don't want to get it anymore. Quite. Ooh. That's not an attractive look. Okay. That's quite an active little night. We got the sheep playing leapfrog over there. Swans on the river. I'm done. I really struggled today. I was super hot and sweaty, and then cold and super hot and sweaty. It's not a good sign, is it? Here's what I got. Tomorrow I'll have to come and finish the rest of this. This is ready to break out. I mean, I'm just down to this point. I think if I get it down that deep, it'll be okay. I'll build a box. I'll put vertical styrofoam on each side to help try to keep the icy cold from wicking in. The problem is this bedrock comes close to the surface, and so it's a tremendous heat sink, or cold sink, as it were. Huh? Yeah, I think either way, I'm done. I'm done, at least for the day. Gosh. 3 full bucket loads of rock plus that. And that's an entire day's labor. God, this is slow. Close though. Close. Really tempted to get the drill out and have another crack at breaking this, but it was such a dismal failure every other spot I did it. I don't know why suddenly it would work here. This is probably the fastest way through. Yeah. Alright. I got a bunch of crap to do before I can go home. My head already hurts. So, I'll see you later. Probably. I know bald eagles are kind of blasé fare for lots of folks, where you get a lot more, but we still think they're cool. Okay, I didn't think I'd end up filming anything, but I came back. I went in and did my graduate study stuff in the morning while this is all frozen. I came back out and I got a bunch done. This I was able to work largely with the big hammer. The I don't know, 75, 90 pound Bauer hammer there. I was able to work a lot of this. Very pleased, very pleased. I don't actually know if it's any more or less faster than cutting it first, but I was able to knock a lot of this out. I can't seem to break the rest on the hillside there, so I'll have to come in with the saw and we'll make some relief cuts and we'll fold that off. And I still want it deeper. And where I'm standing, it's about 2 feet, to be generous, 22 inches below grade, and it gets worse up in here. But still, man, that's definitely coming along. Definitely coming along right through there. I just got to get it deep enough. Like I said, that cold transmits through the sides. So the current idea is floated by some folks my parents know out in Minnesota, and they say they cut trenches and then they line the side of the trench with foam and the top of the trench with foam to help shield that rock from transmitting the cold in sideways and shield it from coming down from the top. I mean, I'm at the point now where I suspect I would be okay. with a mound of dirt and some styrofoam mind you, I would be okay. But I know I'd sure like it just a little bit deeper. Oh, the eagle pair is moving up the river. So anyways, I am done for the night. I'm gonna go home and put all this together. You know, there's some really neat wildlife footage I've included at the end here with the bald eagle pair fighting with another bald eagle pair down the way. Well, yelling at each other. And then the other day, some suicidal goats, or sheep, I guess technically, some suicidal sheep racing up and down the mountain. I was like, whoa, hold on there, fellas. But I don't see any white bodies at the bottom, so I guess it was okay. Anyways, thanks for watching. Stay tuned at the end to see a little bit about why I'm fighting to reclaim this old gravel pit and return it to nature and make it a home.